races in each. How is it going to go? Commentators, Wayne Mardle and Rod Studd.
Thanks, Dave. Good afternoon. The winners of the last 5 World Professional Darts Championships, between them gracing the stage here at the City West. The greatest of them all, Phil Taylor, the 16 times world champion and 4 times winner of this prestigious event. Hard-fought quarter-final against James Wade last night, against an on-song, on-fire Adrian Lewis, playing as well as he's ever done, and I include the 2 years he won the World Championships in that way. He really has turned on the style against Van Gerwen and Huybrechts, but this is now a step up to the very highest class.
It is indeed. It's a rerun of the World Match Play final where Phil Taylor averaged 111. Adrian Lewis come off and said, I'm not sure I can play any better than that over 31 legs. It was 18-13 to the power.
99.
Lewis averaged a mind-boggling 105.92, but still the power got the better of him. This will be a higher quality affair. There is no doubt about that. Phil Taylor is currently averaging 180.
74.
Well, Lewis has hit 34 maximums in the tournament in that match Wayne was talking about, the World Match Play. Finally hit 19 and still got beat.
97.
Adrian Lewis, 2011 and 12 world champ. Current European champ.
121.
Been playing superb ever since winning in early July that European Championships. Phil Taylor just doing some repairs to his equipment. But this man, it's been his year. Again, we seem to say Phil Taylor's playing well. He's always playing well.
190.
Well, he has come out here firing on all cylinders, dictating the pace to Adrian Lewis and dictating the match.
44.
Gets the throw. Oh, well, that's an accident. Double 4 is what he's left. Double 2. Doesn't finish. Even the error by hitting the treble. 12.
Second leg, Phil.
Didn't in the end derail him.
Game on.
Well, they seem a bit pally-pally at the moment, don't they? I'm sure that that's a Phil Taylor ploy. Disarm.
140.
Adrian Lewis, take away that needed aggression. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Well,
100.
it was incredible when you and Dave Clark and Rob Harrington were discussing before the match, Wayne, that they were saying that they were practicing together. Who on earth in their right mind would practice with Phil Taylor before a big match?
180.
3 180s in 1.5 legs.
120.
That was unlucky. And the 3 180s have not come from Adrian Lewis, they've come from this man, who is scoring like a maniac.
97.
Phil sometimes gets looked over as for one of the big scorers, but he's up there with the best. Oh, this is marvellous.
12-dart first leg. He'll settle for a 12-dart second leg. 14 loose ball. Lewis waits, hoping against hope. And that hope is extinguished immediately by the power. Back-to-back dozen darters. It's 2-0 already.
We have played 2 legs and 1 throw. There's been 5 180s. What on earth? Standard is mind-boggling.
84.
Crowd have their favourite. Lewis.
41.
You cannot afford to back up a maximum with a paltry 41. But that doesn't happen very often, Wayne, does it? temperatures are exactly the same for a brief second or two there.
100.
Phil Taylor, in 1988, won the Canadian Open. He was bankrolled
13.
by Eric Bristow. He won £2,000. Since then, in prize money, he's won £5.7 million. Not bad at all.
Well, he'll add at least £25,000 to that, even if he loses this game, but he'll be looking to add another cool 100 grand. And no, you can't go near that. You cannot go near that.
139.
Well, never seen Adrian Lewis move at that space.
I've seen milk turn quicker.
Electric. But he has seriously left himself 128, at least left himself first
128.
chance to get his first leg. Needed a treble for Bull.
92.
Nevertheless, that should be okay.
53.
Yeah, that was quite an important last start. Never rule Phil out for a big finish. There's the 60. Now, treble 19. Well, for a second, Adrian Lewis would have been thinking, oh, don't, please don't, Phil.
36.
Now he's thinking, come on, get in.
Gains
Just
yard
like
in the
that.
third leg.
Right, that will settle him down. Forget the two 180s, they can be settlers, but winning a leg
Game
is
on.
what was required and what he got.
Phil Taylor is currently on a winning streak in televised major tournaments of 25 winning matches.
95.
The world record, which he obviously holds, is 30.
140.
Back at the turn of the century, 99 to 2001, he won 30 consecutive matches on television in major tournaments.
Ludicrous numbers.
60.
That run ended with defeat to Kevin Painter at the World Grand Prix and started after he'd lost to Peter Manley of all people at the match play. Maximum number 3 from Adrian Lewis. 6 already, split evenly.
Adrian Lewis has beaten Phil Taylor this year on the big stage in the Premier League.
59.
They've played each other 54 times. 43-10 with one draw. The 43 wins to Phil Taylor.
24.
Diabolical visit. Shoddy. Just when he got himself in pole position to break the Phil Taylor throw, he really has bombed that horribly. Well, Adrian Lewis will want to kick himself all round the Civic Hall stage if he loses this leg.
157.
He knows any poor visits will be punished by the power. That is a stone bound certainty.
110.
Will he get away with it? Treble 20. May stay there. That is a great marker. Will he stay there? Yes, he will. Double 15.
80.
Well, in the end, Adrian's poor visit hasn't made any difference because he's still got 3 clear darts at double 10. Well, he's got to go to the bottom end of this bed. But he has gone for it and he has hit it.
Adrian Lewis.
Well, still chatting. Still being best of buddies.
Game on.
I wonder how long that will last. And if it does end the old friendship lark, it will be Phil Taylor that stops it, believe me.
It's 2 years since they met on this stage in the semi-final. Taylor won that. Lewis hit 9 180s that day. He's on course to hit many more than that today. He's already on 4. He lost 16-9 in that semi-final. Signs are this is going to be much more competitive. Lewis, remember, 2-0 down, and Taylor had only thrown 24 darts at that point, but he's rallied. Adrian Lewis.
95.
And that's where, when I think Adrian Lewis has really grown up in the last well, since he won those world titles, really, he's not as phased as he was by his opponent smashing him all over the hockey for a couple of legs. He just thinks, okay,
Adrian,
I'll
you've
just
92.
regain my composure and keep going.
Yeah, he does. Adrian Lewis knows that most matches are all about him. If he plays his A game, then 9 times out of 10 he wins. That's what you've got to do. Phil Taylor has made a living out of just playing his game. After being 2-0 down, to go in at the break, 3-2.
105.
What a boost
24.
for jackpot. That would be never in doubt, was it? 7 180s in the first 5 legs of this match. That man was 2-0 up. Now he trails 3-2. Used to have won this audience over. Now they're booing Taylor. What is happening? The world's turned on his head.
Wayne mentioned the match play
85.
when Phil Taylor averaged 111 and Eddie Lewis averaged almost 106. Monstrous averages early doors here. Lewis to 110 now. My goodness. And Lewis shortening up to 5-4 against. It was bigger than 2-1 before the match started. Phil Taylor could be back now at 10-6 on, 6-10.
134.
That said mentioned match play, Rod, that was without doubt best quality darts match I've ever seen. Not necessarily in terms of drama, but the quality was just outrageous. It really was.
No question.
137.
Definitely the greatest game ever played in terms of quality. Other games have surpassed it for drama, as you rightly point out, Wayne, but
140.
sustained quality as well from both players. Incredible.
144.
Adrian thought that was a 180, and I think George Noble, the referee, thought it was as well.
Well, I'll tell you what I think.
96.
I think
Adrian,
he wants 87 to run off 4 consecutive legs of darts. 20 for Bull. Oh, now, double 5. Real chance. Oh,
77.
well, that would have been 4-2, and there would have been early problems for the power.
16 for double or 8 for tops? Double 16.
No
dramas at all.
Sembling Adrian to throw first.
We have a level game. Adrian Lewis, every time he steps up to the board,
121.
looks like hitting a maximum. 3 legs all, Adrian Lewis averaging 111. Back in the day, whenever that was, would have been leading 6-0, surely.
140.
Phil Taylor chasing an incredible 6th tournament
96.
win, major tournament win of the season. He did have a run, 08-09 when he won, and you have to check this twice just to make sure it's absolutely true. 14 out of 15
81.
televised majors he won. He didn't win the Premier League in 2009, but I mean, even given his fantastic dominance, those statistics beg a belief.
109.
Another. Scoring is incredible. Oh, not another. Well, these two,
137.
they know that the other is capable of beating them.
104.
And I think that's why the standard is so high. That they know they've got to get away, because otherwise it could
56.
defeat a last leg decider.
Do you require
And on current
143?
standards, current form, this could go 31 legs. I do hope so.
59. Adrian, you
So
require
to move
48.
back in front, 2-dart combo. The jackpot tops the target, missed double 5 in the last leg. Now missed the bed next to it with both darts on the top wire.
Phil, you require 84.
You see the look from Adrian Lewis. How did that miss? Well, it was a perfectly thrown dart. The second one, it just never went in tops. Is this going to go in double 12? Yes, it is. That's the difference.
Phil Taylor.
One man misses, Another man jumps on the opportunity.
Flag Phil to
And
throw
more importantly,
first.
it was a
Game
break of throw.
Well, that is the level they're playing at. The high octane, high quality, world class level. If you miss a couple of darts, you get your backside spanked. And that's more punishment dished out by the power. Now you look at it now, and Adrian Lewis will do well to get them out of his mind, but had he hit double five, a couple of legs back, he'd have been 4-2 in front. Now he's looking like going 5-3 behind.
Taylor starts with 180 in this leg, then hitting 140. When you have just broken throw, that is textbook. That is absolute textbook. Do not give your opponent an opportunity to break straight back. Now, of course, Phil Taylor, make your mind up.
94.
Lewis has had 5 maximums, what he would give for a 6 there.
92.
Adrian Lewis went into the first break with a 3-2 lead. To go into the second break, being behind would be hard to take. Now, double 9. See the look on Phil's face. He was livid. He was more livid with the second dart than he was with missing the double 9.
It probably won't matter, but Lewis has at least said, I stood right behind you, waiting. Wait on. Dream on. 5-3 to Phil Taylor, who himself has now strung together a sequence of 3 legs on the trot.
134.
Well, after the first note going below, was all Adrian Lewis could hit. Look at those averages. In the 9th leg, Adrian Lewis 110. Phil Taylor just 107. My. This is what we kind of expected.
100.
Because they are, without shadow of a doubt, the 2 best players in world darts right now.
Superb. Each and every one of those missiles was placed exactly precisely where he wanted it. Stop darts, Wayne, it's snap. 180, 180. Not again for the snarling Phil Taylor.
60.
100.
Then gets one.
Adrian, you require 87.
Treble 17. Gets it. Double 18. Good marker. Uses it.
9 flag. Adrian Lewis.
Important visit that was.
10 flag Phil to throw first. Game
Huge
on.
leg. Mentally, for Phil Taylor to go into the next break leading would be a massive psychological
95.
plus for him.
Even at this early stage, as you rightly point out, Wayne, a very important leg of darts. I think in many ways more important for Lewis than Phil Taylor. He walks off quite well, okay.
100.
But for Lewis to be 6-4 behind, any kind of deficit against that man is very difficult to drag back.
12 180s already in this match. My goodness. Phil really should switch. Phil really should. Well, no, he shouldn't. He should just go into 180. If it's a single 20, there is no finish. But Phil Taylor doesn't care. Oh, this is just. This is. Look. It is funny. Adrian Lewis is laughing about it. Yes, it's unbelievable. What's going on?
180, 180, 180, 126, needs the treble above that. And really, you'd say he should hit it from that line. He has. And the ball to complete a near perfect leg of darts. My goodness me. It's lunacy.
Adrian, you require 42.
What a game we're being treated to here.
Got to concentrate.
And
does. I'm glad to say that it's 5 legs all. They're sharing a joke. The 180s are a joke. There's 14 already. 10 legs played. Phil Taylor 5. Adrian Lewis 5. They're friendly. Now it's 5-all. The scoring, the 180s in particular, 14 so far. 8 for Adrian Lewis, 6 for Phil Taylor. Has been a sheer delight to watch, and judging by the way they feel, it's been a sheer delight for those to play. 5 legs all. Already we have seen Robert Thornton book his place in the final later on tonight. With a Scott Waite, 16.9, 101 average for the Thorn. Grand Slam rocks, indeed it does. Well, the standard is something like we've never seen before. 109 average Phil Taylor, 113 average Adrian Lewis. Wow.
And so it goes on.
136.
It's become conditioned now to this incredible standard that anything that goes near the treble and doesn't go in is just regarded as rubbish. As Lewis hits a 9th maximum. 15 in the match. I tell you, Lewis is now closing in on a half century in the tournament. He's got 43.
58.
Phil Taylor will know that Adrian Lewis can continue to do this for the duration. Don't forget, this is a man that Phil Taylor has practiced
83.
with since the age of 17, 18. He knows his game inside out. They will have had many practice sessions of 6, 7, 8 hours. Can you imagine how many 180s Lewis would hit in 6 hours? Astronomical.
92. So we require 167.
He's 52. Well, we haven't seen a big finish yet. Ball. Speechless. Just sitting here, speechless. It's just absolutely incredible from both players. Adrian Lewis teed that up, what he considered absolutely perfectly to leave a 2-darter. Not assuming that Taylor wouldn't go out, but thinking, in all honesty, that he wouldn't. And suddenly, treble 20, treble 19, Paul, as if it was the simplest thing in the world to do.
And it come a couple of throws after another 180 from Adrian Lewis. And more importantly, it happened on the Adrian Lewis throw. It wasn't to hold throw when Adrian was sitting on 52. It was to break throw. 10 for jackpot.
Just a reminder that Phil Taylor's world record average is 118.67 against Kevin Painter at the UK Open.
100.
These averages are in the top 10. That's what you're talking about that's ever been played, and he's now looking for a 9-dart leg, Adrian Lewis.
40.
And it's against each other. They are dragging each other along. Tons, 137s, kind of not enough. Seems ridiculous to say. But this is ridiculous.
134.
Well, if it goes like this, they'll be talking about making the treble smaller. Well, that's a mistake. 81 left. He's got to hit treble 19 or treble 15. Oh, he's hit it anyway. This would be a real killer for Lewis. And he has missed.
75.
And he knows how important that any miss could be.
7 for tops. This is a big dart in the context of this match. And Adrian Lewis is up to it. Phil Taylor broke in the previous leg with a 167, but he couldn't take out 87.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not call out miss when the players
Adrian
are
Lewis
firing.
has
Thank you.
taken umbrage to the fact that
13th
someone
leg
shouted out
Adrian
why he was
to
throwing for
reverse.
tops. He didn't put him off. But spare a thought here for Robert Thornton.
100.
He will be sitting in the players' room, no doubt watching this, having a relax, maybe back in the hotel, thinking, go on fellas, you do battle. You waste your darts now.
100.
He said he was going to go back and have a relax at the hotel, so he is. I wonder if
59.
he's thinking that, because I certainly would be. The odds of either player playing like this again tonight, it's odds against, I'll tell you.
Well, we've got odds against it in the maximum. That's 18 maximums in the match. Well, Phil Taylor holds the 9 highest averages in TV tournament play.
140.
There's a chance that one of these might burst into it. Mentioned 118.66 is the record. 10th is 114, so they're on the cusp of the top 10, and they're both
84.
doing it at the same time, and that's the real key to it all. This isn't a performance against some easy beat. This is the best 2 players in the world
170.
going at it toe-to-toe. Lewis has left 32. Surely no. Surely not. No.
87. Adrian Yakoff, 32.
Double 16 to take the lead.
Aim charge in the 13th leg.
You just feel, don't you, that
14th leg, Phil to throw first.
no one's going to make a
Game
mistake. And the mistakes are going to
Thank
be
you.
something like a 120 miss. Tell us your thoughts, come on, at Sky Sports Darts on Twitter. That will be
60.
going mad now.
Well, I'll tell you what I think that we've never seen the like of it. We have never seen the like of a darts match like this.
140.
One player, yes, not the pair. We alluded to the fact of the match play final. This is better than that.
You can't miss. It's impossible to miss. Well, 19 180s now already. We'll be checking the 180 records in a minute. This will be the 20th.
Right, that's it. Check the dimensions of the treble. It's too big, it's non-standard.
Please, mercy! Have mercy, man!
It's literally laughable.
Oh, dear me.
105. Who we require?
Oh, it's
81.
fantastic. It must be the greatest game ever played in standard. What's going on now? Double 12 for an 11 dart leg. Double 6 for 7 all.
75. Adrian requires 76.
Now, after all the 180s again, double 8 for a break of throw. Double 8.
60.
Well, he went the wrong way. See the disappointment.
Who we require?
Sometimes you can get embroiled in something and then kind of fold because it's all too much for you to comprehend. It isn't too much for these.
Game charge in the 14th
And the
leg.
great thing is that we have a level
15th
game.
leg Adrian to throw first.
21 180s in 14 legs and neither can get away from each other.
100.
Never ever seen the like. One person, it's possible that they can be having a purple patch and carry on. Oh, come on!
180.
Oh, look, no. No, no.
180.
Well, sometimes you dream about darts matches and you wake up and you realise, no, it didn't really happen and it's not really happening. It's just some kind of tungsten fantasy. But this is really happening in front of your very eyes.
$91.
I tell you what, I'm I'm going to ring Mrs. Studd in a minute and tell her to Sky Plus it so I can go home and watch it all again later. And I still won't believe what I'm watching.
To all those people that are coming to watch me at the Dog and Duck next week, don't expect too much, will you?
Adrian, you require 130.
Big moment. Who will be 8-7 up at the break? Double five for a 1-3-0, which would have been the perfect end to a near perfect session of darts. This might be it though.
42.
Treble 20. Well, incredibly, that's missed.
93.
Sets it up
Adrian, you require 10.
for an 8-7 lead, double five. Never in doubt, was it? Adrian Lewis, 114.92 average. 12 180s. Still sharing a joke, the guys. But more importantly, to get those stats, Adrian Lewis 8, Phil Taylor 7. We are witnessing the greatest match ever. Please keep like that, fellas. Phil Taylor 7, Adrian Lewis 8. The winner will play Robert Thornton, who demolished Scott Waits, 16-9, average 101. Brilliant performance by the Thorn. But the story of this game is the averages and the 180s. 112 average, Phil Taylor. And there we see, look at the match odds now. Adrian Lewis at the start was 2-1. Now the bookies cannot split them.
Well, the combined averages are over 227 between the two of them. And we look at the session-by-session averages, and this is the level they've been playing at all the way through, ever since the first dart was thrown, and the first 180 was thrown.
120.
That was nearly the 24th. Then the second session, well, they went berserk then. And the third, they raised the roof again. So what will they produce in the fourth, I ask you? It can't go much higher, it's impossible. Or is it? Or is it? As the 24th maximum is chalked up.
Incredible goings on here.
137.
Adrian Lewis is on 200. That's the first dart he's missed at the treble. 120 with a dart that didn't count, then 180. But a bit of a sloppy score has let Phil in. And he will be punished, of course he will. We'll switch. Will it be 80 left or 42?
137.
42.
Adrian, you require 142.
He needed his trademark treble 20.
42. Phil, you require 42.
Well, he knows as well as we know that this leg on all known form is over. And it is now.
Charge in the 16th leg. Phil Taylor.
The scoring has been electrifying, we know that. But the doubling has also been good. When the scoring is so good, yes, you drag each other along, but sometimes you can miss more doubles than you would do normally because you're getting so wrapped up in the treble 20 hitting. But as you can see, Taylor brilliant on 50%. Adrian Lewis, 42, that's 5% above his tournament average. So good for both players.
60.
And even the doubles have been missed have been in odd ones and twos, haven't they? There hasn't been great clumps of 3, 4, 5, 6 missed. Should stack. Switch now.
137.
No, there hasn't been a 180 in 4 throws. They've gone to pot, the pair of them.
137.
Other fellow professionals must be looking on thinking, we have to reach this standard, do we? I'm afraid you do, guys.
136. Phil, you require
Remember, this is on the Lewis throw, so Taylor looking to break here with 88. Hoping to get 2 darts at double. 18, fat 18, leaving Bull. We've seen him hit it for that 167 combo. And he hits it again. And he goes in front again. 9-8.
Whether it be
Ladies and
Phil
gentlemen,
Taylor or anyone else,
witnessing a
when
fantastic match.
your opponent,
Please give both players the respect that he served. Please do not call out why they're throwing. Thank you.
Georgie Noble, our match referee, and why on earth anyone would come into this venue and try to spoil a match like this is beyond me completely. If you're not enjoying this, you really have got something wrong with you. It's been absolutely spellbinding
100.
from dart one.
AD,
59.
poor visit. My goodness, we haven't seen too many of those in this match.
The biggest lead has been 2 legs, 5-3 to Phil Taylor. Averages virtually identical to all intents and purposes.
Phil Taylor in this Grand Slam of darts has beaten Stuart Kelly,
134.
Kevin Painter. Then in the knockout phase, last 16, Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson averaged 106 against Phil Taylor. Still got demolished. James Wade, at one point, were we thinking that the
99.
unthinkable could happen? Phil Taylor get beat? Wadey come that close. Adrian Lewis has beaten Richie George, Christian
126.
Kiss, Michael Van Gerwen, Kim Hybrex in the last round. But he did lose a group game to Ronnie Hybrex. But he wasn't playing like this. This is miles better than anything Adrian Lewis has produced
96.
in the whole of the Grand Slam.
We're talking of Ronnie Hybrex. He was the last man to beat Phil Taylor on telly back on July the 6th in the Euros. An almost inexplicable result.
120.
Taylor's won 25 straight since then. Now he looks to win a 3rd consecutive leg straight in this match. Superb start. Picking his double. Picking tops for a 2nd 3-figure checkout.
90.
Well, that dart wasn't thrown with the conviction of the others. For a level game again. Perfect marker. Well, that is just unlucky. That is nothing to do with Adrian Lewis missing. That is the fact that he's done everything he should have done. And that was aim at the double, but coming off the dart if needed. 10. This is missable. Will Phil Taylor miss it? The answer is no. Phil Taylor 10, Adrian Lewis 8. There's a 2-leg gap again. Will it grow
96.
to 3 or will it be 1?
Well, Phil Taylor now just taking time out from the game. He knows the significance of those last couple of legs, and particularly that double 5. Could so easily have been 9-all. It's not, it's 10-8 to the power. And he just wanted a little bit of breathing space just to get it absolutely right. 25th maximum of the match.
Adrian Lewis has to hit one of his own. That's not enough. Seems ridiculous that you can hit 96, 140, and it's not enough. We see Phil mouth his own name. Philip.
25 180s in that greatest game ever played, 07 World Final. Barneveld against Taylor at the Circus.
105.
31 180s, the highest ever in a PDC match, the all-time record. 33 Chris Mason against Edward Hankey at the Lakeside, 2000.
136.
Those records run the threat here.
160.
Treble 20. Oh my goodness. Tops for a 160 finish.
120.
I think Ted Hankey at 22 in that match.
160.
That individual record. Astonishing. Oh, this would be astonishing, and it would be a crippler. Chops then! That will bring the hands down, and that may finally break Adrian Lewis's dogged resistance. Absolutely incredible. Lewis missed tops at 160, and Taylor took it out.
Phil to
leg. Phil Taylor wanted 110. Hit the 60, hit the 10, and then threw a real poor dart at double top. That dart was going nowhere but 60, 60 tops. Adrian Lewis missed it. Phil Taylor didn't. Then Phil Taylor not just kicks off with a mediocre score after taking out the 160, hits his 13th 180. Incredible.
Well, the only thing we haven't seen, and you know what it is. You know what we haven't seen.
I think that this game deserves the 9-darter. Phil Taylor deserves to hit this. This match deserves the 141.
It would have been Phil Taylor's 10th televised 9-darter.
58.
And he might still lose the leg, and that is the quality. Oh, that's a sloppy one.
Phil, you require 83.
Remember, he was 8-7 down, Phil Taylor.
7 down indeed. 16. Well, Phil Taylor,
51. Adrian,
he had the audacity to go for double 17, double 16.
100.
Phil Taylor now hunting a fifth straight leg here. He's looking steely-eyed at double 16. Double 8 now. Is there a twist? There is no twist. Phil Taylor has won 5 consecutive legs of darts. He's pulled clear. He's on course for the Grand Slam final against Robert Thornton. What a match this is. What a performance from both players. And we have got so much more sporting drama coming up this month. Played. He beat Lewis 10-1. Lewis was suffering with a heavy cold. The match play finished 18-13 in the final to Phil Taylor. They had 28 maximums between them then. They've had 28 again this afternoon at the Wolves Civic.
140.
Adrian Lewis is looking for his first TV win since October 2010. That was at the World Grand Prix against Phil Taylor. He was 4 sets to 2 down in that match, first to 5, so this is not a forlorn hope just yet for Jackpot. We know he can run 5 or 6 legs against any player.
80.
Averaging 112, that would normally be good enough. Possibly to run more, but unluckily for Lewis, he's walked into Phil Taylor, averaging 110. And the averages really are mind-boggling. Played 20 legs. You can have those averages in maybe a Premier League, playing best of 14, 15 legs, but not over this long, drawn-out format.
100.
Might need to change the board soon, turn it round, because the 60 has taken one hell of a beating. Poor dart. Haven't said that very often in this match, have we?
45.
The big finishes
Adrian, you require
have gone to Phil Taylor, a 167 and that 160. Adrian Lewis couldn't finish it, Taylor did. That's the difference. That's why it's 12 legs to 8.
Phil, you require 96.
Well, if this goes, you start to think he's broken Lewis's resistance. Double 18. It's incredible. Adrian Lewis keeps leaving finishes, leaving 2 darters, leaving handy finishes, sometimes single darters. And almost every time, Taylor just comes out and goes bang, bang, and lands another blow on his chin.
Yeah, the 167, Adrian Lewis wanted 52, didn't he? The 160, Adrian Lewis had the dart at double. Then, Phil Taylor knows if you keep doing it, you quite rightly said, Rob, you will break your opponent's resistance. Adrian Lewis is averaging 111. He's not going anywhere, he's not playing bad, he's not wilting. He's just walked into someone that happens to be hitting doubles slightly more regular than him.
Well, he denies us the 30th.
177.
Almost the same difference, but it doesn't count on the stat sheet, Philip, does it?
121.
Adrian Lewis has hit 180, 121 and finds himself 15 points behind. Dear oh dear.
140.
You really will have to watch this again to take it all in. Phil Taylor wants 45 points after just 9 darts.
140.
Adrian Lewis wants 60
Phil, you
after
require
just 9
45.
darts.
Double 16.
11
dart leg.
22nd leg.
The darts as if magnetised to the doubles. 11 dart leg, as I said, and from 8-7 behind
81.
to 14-8 in front, without really Adrian Lewis doing much to reproach himself over. Missed the odd dart at double, but only the odd one way.
Adrian Lewis's average has stayed around the 112 mark for the last 6
95.
legs. It's nothing to do with Adrian Lewis. It's all Phil Taylor at the moment. He's doubling, he's better.
30, 180. Now one short of the all-time PDC record. Taylor Barneveld 07 finals, Circus Tavern. Oh, well, this could be it. Well, anyone who's been lucky enough to have a ticket to be privileged enough to be in the Civic Hall Wolverhampton this afternoon is going to be talking about this match for years and years to come. How they were there when Taylor and Lewis played one of the greatest games ever seen in the history of professional darts.
But going back to Robert Thornton, he must be loving this. Can Lewis or Taylor repeat this performance? Whoever runs out the winner, okay, it's looking like Phil Taylor. Can it be repeated in 3.5 hours' time?
60. Phil, you require 129.
Must find treble 20 to lead Bull.
That leaves 65.
Adrian, you
Will he
require
get a shot
80.
at 65? Well, Adrian Lewis went tops. Now, tops.
60. Phil, you require 65.
To move within 1 leg of a place in the final. Semi-bullseye? You're too good, Phil. Mind you, we knew that already. Double 4. Always going to be the pained expression from Adrian Lewis. Well, he looks up.
Phil to
No one's going to help you, I'm afraid, Adrian. Phil Taylor certainly not.
Well, at 8-7, bookmakers made it an even game. 8-7 to Lewis that was. They made it an even game. They invited you to take your pick as a punter.
59.
10 to 11 either player. Well, since then, Phil Taylor has won every single leg of darts. 8 consecutive legs of darts. And it will be interesting to hear from Phil Taylor if he believes that this is the greatest quality game he's ever played in. Not greatest in terms of, in wins or victories or standard he's played at, but both players when the opponent has pushed him to this level. I feel it must be Wayne.
150.
It has to be. You can count the number of mistakes on one hand. And after 24 legs of darts now, what we're in. Adrian Lewis made a mistake by missing a 160 finish. Oh, come on.
Well, 31 180s. There has never been a match played under the auspices of the PDC with more 180s. And the record may go. Will go if he hits it here.
140.
Another 60 would hurt.
100.
Disappointment.
Adrian, you require 99.
Will go tops now. You see the wince on his
59.
face.
Phil, you require
Is that 59 the last shot that Adrian Lewis will have in this year's Grand Slam of darts?
So Lewis will come back for a double top rock stopper. Delay the inevitable.
63.
Well, Adrian Lewis has missed a few darts at this. 40 hasn't been his forte, but it is now.
25th leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
Now, if Adrian Lewis can win this leg, it would be dragging it out for Phil, making him come back after the break, prolonging it, prolonging the agony, not just for himself, but for Phil. Phil will want to wrap this up. Well, that's unlucky.
Very.
120.
Extremely. Would have been another match, surely. Quite have the oomph. These have got the oomph all right.
100.
That really is fantastic, because Adrian Lewis, he knows one more error and that's it. Game over. So to relax and hit a 180 was sublime.
140.
Adrian Lewis had 18 180s. 18 180s.
55.
Phil Taylor wants a 180 himself. I cannot see this stat
59.
ever being beaten, Rod. I really can't.
You say that, Wayne, but what happens if they met in the World Final at the Alexandra Palace on January the 1st? Over the best of 13 sets, man.
42.
It could be 50.
Stop it. Go on, Phil, leave double one. Go on, Phil, leave double one. He wasn't going to, was he? Just wanted to see another 180.
122. Adrian, you require 164.
Oh, go on then, treble 19. Oh, unlucky, wrong side of the wire. Yeah, you might well make a forensic examination of the dartboard. Had he been on the right-hand side of the wire rather than the left, he would have been looking at bull.
132.
2 darts away.
60.
Phil Taylor wants tops. And so the curtain comes down on the greatest game of darts ever played on this stage at the Civic Hall. It was absolutely magnificent. Both players playing at the peak of their powers. But in the end, it was the power who had too much power for jackpot Adrian Lewis. An incredible run when he ran off 8 straight legs in the midst of the match was enough to get him home. And Phil Taylor will now play Robert Thornton in the final this evening here in Wolverhampton. Let's give you confirmation of what we've witnessed this afternoon here at the Civic Hall. 2 semi-finals played. In the first of them, Robert Thornton was the man who made his way through. He defeated Scott Waits 16 legs to 9. And Phil Taylor defeating Adrian Lewis in the end by a similar scoreline, 16 legs to 9. And so tonight's final will be for £100,000 to the winner and the title of the Grand Slam of Darts champion. Phil Taylor against Robert Thornton. Stats from this game absolutely phenomenal. We mentioned the 180s, the most 180s ever hit in a PDC darts match, 32 in total. Lewis had 18 of them. The combined average was over 220. Those are the highest combined average we've ever seen in a darts match with 2 players combined. And in the end, it was Phil Taylor's doubling success which was better and made the difference. The 167 outshot and the 160 outshot, the real killer blows. So Taylor goes through to the final tonight.
The guys looking at the stats and even they can't believe it. 32 180s, more than in any other match in PDC history. Quite incredible, Phil. More 180s than any other match in PDC history. 32 in all.
I know George was saying he's been 28 180 so far. I said the other 8 and he's got 20. It was 14 each. Great game. I'm glad everybody's enjoyed it. Me and Adrian just got involved in the game and we didn't really know what was going on, did we?
Oh, mate, honestly, unbelievable. I mean, he's finishing there, the shot's out. And I mean, about 3 or 4
180s become literally between yourselves quite laughable?
Boring, wasn't it?
It wasn't getting boring, no.
He was. I was in the 140s. I was just trying to catch up. That's all it is, really. You're hoping he misses a shot and you can take it out. You know what I mean? And he just missed a couple of odd finishes and I took it out.
But it got to the point where, did you feel like you were just dragging each other along?
Yeah, he did. I think after about the third break, we were both a bit like this, and then he'd go 180 and I'd volley, and he'd go both.
How do we go?
Can't believe you didn't serve up a 9-darter for us. It was near on
We
a couple of
tried, I
occasions.
thought.
We did try.
We could have done a couple of 9-darters there.
Yeah, easy, yeah, definitely.
He's not bad, is he? Good, isn't he?
Do you amaze yourself sometimes how easy it seems?
I'm not bad, but he says.
Phil, do you amaze yourself sometimes?
Do you know I'm happy about? Eric Bristol had 20 quid on him against my mate Bob down there. Well, get your money out for a seat you lost.
It's one of the greatest games we've ever seen on TV.
Well, it's always, I think with me, mate, it's always is going to be. When I first started off, went 2-0 up, I knew he was going to come back at me without a shadow of a doubt. And it was just a matter of hanging in there, really. Just try your best. And hopefully, during such a long format, he'd drop a little bit, but he didn't. He just carried on.
Can you regroup now after that marathon and regroup for the final against Robert Thornton?
Anybody can, he can.
Yeah. If you let me go, and I can go. Can I go now?
Adrian, can you come back and win the Worlds now after that?
What's the kind of end? If you have it under 11, you're not doing much wrong.